But they indicted me once, twice, three, four. I think they stopped. I heard they were going to do a couple of more, but they said, don't do any more because my poll numbers have shot up. Because people get it, right? People get it. People get it. Did anybody ever hear, he's a very nice fellow, Al Capone. Did you ever hear of Al Capone? Scarface. He had a scar that went from here to here, and he didn't get that scar by playing tiddlywinks, right? Al Capone. Alphonse Capone. If you smiled at him in the wrong way, he'd kill you. He was only indicted one time. I got 4. I wonder if my father and mother are proud of me. Mom, Dad? Over nonsense, over stuff. That's incredible. Over stuff. Think of it. Over fighting an election. 2016 election, almost every congressman, Democrat, said, you're wrong. They made up the Russia thing. Nothing happened to them. They did things that were so bad, so illegal. Nothing happens. When you look at what's going on in this country, we have 2 tiers of justice, and we're going to have it turned around very fast. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen like that. You know, they go after Christians. And I know you have fewer Catholics in this room than you would normally have in a lot of other states, but how about the Catholics? They're going after the Catholics like, what's going on with the Catholics? And they go after parents because they want their school boards to do a better job, and they go after parents. Parental. Can you imagine? I'm defending parental approvals now. We want parental approvals of superintendents in schools, and we want our schools to work right. And they go after those people. They don't go after the people that cause the problems and cause the corruption, so it's crazy, but we're going to have it straightened out fast. For 4 straight years under the Trump administration, I kept America safe, I kept Israel safe, and I kept the world safe. There was none of this stuff going on. None of it. None of it was going on. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, I mean, our country, seriously, you go back 3 years, our country is not recognizable now. It's not even recognizable. You look at what's happened. Bacon has gone up 5 times in like a year and a quarter. 5 times. I saw that this morning. Bacon. What's going on with bacon? Come on, let's get going. But it's gone up. Bacon. I think I'm not going to order bacon anymore for a little while, but we'll get it back down. But bacon has gone up so much, but food has gone up so much. Everything has gone up. Inflation has been a killer. You know, inflation's called a country buster because you can go back 200 years, 300 years. Countries that have gone out of business, Ben, have been anybody that had inflation. Germany, years ago, inflation, it destroyed the country. And we have it worse than most of these countries. And then they say it's coming down to 4 or 5%, but they don't talk about the fact that you're up here. We got to get the prices back down. We got to get it back down. We're going to be able, and it starts to a large extent with energy. It starts, you know, when your fuel comes down, other things happen. But now it's gotten so all pervasive with the food, and I mean, everything is now hugely, what's happened with inflation, hugely higher. But all over the planet, our enemies knew that one thing with us, that if you try to kill our citizens, we will kill you. We will kill you. And I hate to say that in front of the 100 great pastors and faith leaders and everybody that endorse. We have so many great people. But that's the way we're going to keep our country safe. It's, we have no choice. So faith leaders, I think they agree, because they're smart and they understand, and we have to have, thank you, I have one of the 100 that definitely agrees, so that's good. There they are, they're going, that's good. But now we have to keep our country safe, and we do it not because we want to start wars, we do it because we want to stop wars, we want to prevent wars from happening. Remember Hillary, she said, he'll cause He'll cause a war. He'll cause a war. They'll look at him, the way he talks, he'll cause a war. I say, no, the way I talk, I'll stop wars. I'm the only president in 72 years that didn't start a war. The only one. No, we didn't stop, but we finished wars. We finished ISIS and a lot of others. We got out of Syria. We got out of Iraq. Remember, I used to say a long time ago, before I did this stuff, before I was a politician, I hate to say that because I can't imagine myself being a politician. It's cost me a couple of $1 billion to be a politician. Everyone else makes, they make. I said, no, we can't do that. I could have made a fortune. The countries are coming. We'd like to build a job and we'd like to have you involved. Billions, I say. I'm telling my kids, sorry, kids, we can't do it. I'm president. I respected the office. And then I get out and I see this stuff that Biden's been doing, and I say, well, I did it the right way. You know, the money. And my kids say, Dad, could we build a job here or there or in the Middle East? Certain countries, they had a lot of money and they'd love to build a nice Trump job. No, kids, you can't do that. It's a conflict. I didn't do that. So I was willing. And, of course, then they made it much worse with legal fees. I have $100 million worth of legal fees, and they're doing good. At least I have good lawyers, because you could spend $100 million, have lousy lawyers too. That happens. But no, I said right from the beginning. I told Ben and Candy a long time ago. I said, you know, it's incredible. As soon as you win, they start coming to you about they want to do this. I told my kids that you can't do that. We can't do that. Too much respect for the office, and. I told you, I had too much respect for the office to hit Joe Biden, where I say he's the most incompetent president, most corrupt president, the worst president we've ever had. Those are tough words, and I would never have done that until they did something that's never been done. They indicted a former president. They never do that. And the only reason they indicted me is that we're leading him in the polls. We're killing them. How about I have one judge in Washington, D.C., who put my trial date the day before Super Tuesday, okay? And it's a trial based on nothing. And they say, the day before Super Tuesday, I have a trial. But that wasn't political, was it? They could have put it anywhere for years and years. They decided to put, because, this stuff could have been brought years ago. They just did this after I announced I'm running. I announced I'm running. All of a sudden, I get, if I weren't running, or if I was in 4th or 5th place, or, like a lot of people, none of this would happen. But when you're leading, these are cheaters. That's a form of cheating. It's a big form. And it's only used in third world countries, banana republics. They do it, I said, has this ever been done before? Not in our country, but it has been done a lot in third world countries. And sometimes they call them banana republics. But they brought our country to a new level. But that allows, think of this, that allows us to do it to Biden when he gets out. And that would be very easy. But I don't want to do it. Once you do that, you've set yourself on a very downward, very bad path. Very bad path. But a thing like this has never happened before. And it is true. I heard 2 more were coming, and they said, don't do it. No, this is killing us. They didn't want to do it. Because every time I go up 7 points, 8 points, right? They did the shirt, right? The mugshot. That shirt is selling like millions and millions of shirts. The mugshot. You believe it? I don't know. And they only took one. They said, did you pose for that? How many times? It was only one. They don't want to waste a lot of, there was no game, sir. And he was very good, Sheriff. In Georgia. Very good. He said, sir, you ready? Yeah. And he said, I said, wait a minute, let me, and then, boom, one shot. It wasn't like I had a choice of 15 to choose from. Normally you would get, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah, thank you.